Hi everyone, I'm Nat, I'm a horse witch. Welcome if you're new here, or welcome back if you're returning. Today I wanted to do something for tarottube, and I know my channel has been a little all over the place lately. I'm still trying to find what I like to do, what interests people, and all of that. So today I wanted to reply to Kody Tarot's VR of reintroducing your channel. Well, I'm pretty new. I have an introduction on my channel, but I've never really introduced myself to tarottube. So that is what we're going to do today. And I'm really kind of excited about it. I've been watching all of these VRs and tags, and I'm excited to participate in my first one of these. So the first question is, where are you from? I live in California, and I am in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. I am like right where the foothills really start to become mountains. So I am at an elevation of about 2,000 feet. Where did you come up with your YouTube name? I'm Nat, and I'm a horse witch. So it was pretty self-explanatory. um, no deep thinking behind that one. How long have you been reading tarot? I got my first tarot deck for Christmas. Well, I actually got my very first tarot deck a little bit before that, but we'll call it my first official tarot deck from my mom was for Christmas. And it was the Spirit Song Tarot. And I started reading with that around January. So I'm very new to tarot. I'm up to 16 decks, technically 17, but I was gifted the indie version of the original Lightseers Tarot, and I love that deck. So I went ahead and bought the mass market just so I don't ding up or use my indie version too much. So technically I have 17 decks, but one's a duplicate. So we'll call it 16. How did I get into reading tarot and oracle? Really through kind of tarottube. Divination is something that interests me quite a lot, actually. The name of my horse, Kyle, his registered name is Divination, which is what I chose for him. So it was just natural to kind of move from oracle cards, which are really difficult for me, into tarot, which has a defined system. So that is kind of how I got into it, and I am a sucker for collecting things, and so tarottube is kind of dangerous for me, but I still love watching it. Do I read for others? I do actually read for others. So if you are a member of my Horse Witches Facebook group, or you follow me on Blue Sky, you know that I will do one card draws for folks. I really like doing that. I find reading for others is a lot easier than reading for myself. And by doing one card draws or two card draws, it really helps me learn the cards. And doing it online, I don't have to be off book. It's free. I enjoy doing it for my followers. It's something that they enjoy too. So yeah, I do. And it's fun, and I have fun doing it. Decks. Do I use Oracle with tarot? So I have a couple Oracle decks and tarot decks that I've purposely purchased for one another. I have the Unbridled Spirit Tarot, which I did a walkthrough with, and I paired it with my Oracle of the Sacred Horse, which was a perfect pairing, and I highly recommend it. I do have the Everyday Witches Familiar Oracle and the Everyday Witch Tarot. So I'm planning on pairing those. And I have the Wild Goddesses of the Screen and Beyond by Tamara Cook. She does the I Am the Horse Witch podcast. If you don't listen, I highly suggest you listen. And I backed the Quiet Rebel Tarot because I think that's going to be a really good pairing with that Oracle. But in the meantime, as we're waiting for those decks, I bought the Muse by Chris Ann, and it actually goes really well together as well. How many decks do I have? Okay, so I have 17. I have 17 tarot, technically 16, one's a duplicate, and my oracles are behind me. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 oracles and 1 Lenormand deck, and that was a peer pressure. That was yeah. tarottube made me do it. I haven't even started reading Lenormand yet, but I had to have it. It's going out of print, so I bought it. Anyway, that's going to be another topic for another day. Where do I store my decks? Well, currently they're kind of all over. I've gone from 1 deck to 17 decks pretty quickly. So like last 6 months. So they're kind of everywhere. I have a bunch of bags. I'm looking for some kind of piece of furniture to put under this shelf behind me, which will hopefully store them. I'm really hoping I can stay under 25 decks for 2025. I think that is a good amount for me to start with, and I can start really using them and getting a feel for them, etc. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Probably. Yeah, I can do that as I back things on Kickstarter. What do I look for in a deck? I don't know. I like pretty things. I kind of have a wide variety of deck. I have everything from the Anna Kay to Unbridled Spirit, Everyday Witch, Sassy Dragons, Light Seers, Spirit Song, Unicorn's Journey. I have 2 Taylor Swift tarot decks and the Trash Panda tarot. I mean, I'm kind of all over the place. So as long as the art speaks to me and it's pretty much along RWS, I'll probably like it. How would I describe my deck collection? Impulsive. There's no theme. There's no theme at all. It's just, I saw it, I sat on it, I decided to buy it. Or there's just some I decided to buy. So the Cozy Witch Tarot I got from Tarot Arts down in Pasadena. If you are local to California, or if you're visiting California, particularly the LA area, I highly suggest swinging by Tarot Arts in Pasadena. It is a whole store just of tarot. They have indie and mass market decks, and they have a huge amount of opened decks so you can go through them. They had just gotten an order of the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. They let me open one and go through it. And I went through it and I just fell in love with it. It had really not been on my radar. And I'm on a tangent, but I don't care. I ended up buying that deck that I opened, and here we are. So my deck collection has no identity. It's just mine, and I like it. Do I have a go-to tarot and oracle deck? I don't. I really like the Everyday Witch Tarot right now. I liked the Trash Panda Tarot last week. I got so many decks so quickly that I'm really trying to kind of work through them and use them. I'm going to stop buying decks for now. I do have some Kickstarters that should be in towards the end of the year, and I'm really not trying to buy anything else right now. I need to use what I have and get a feel for it. But I like all my decks. I would say if there's one that I'm not wild about, it is the Spirit Animals by Colette Baron Reed. It's a beautiful deck, but I just don't get a lot out of it intuitively. Yeah. Do I rehome decks? If so, what determines if it leaves your collection? I actually really love trading and buying used decks. I have two Taylor Swift tarot decks. One I had purchased by two friends of mine because they know me really well. So I actually ended up rehoming the second one, and that went to a fellow Swiftie witch, and she really likes it. So I did rehome that one. I didn't need two copies of it. I'm also not opposed to rehoming them, but I like I just got them, right? Like I've been here 6 months. My practice. What does my tarot practice look like? My tarot practice is wild. It's not wild. It's not nothing. Nothing about this is wild. I'm still learning. So right now I'm working through Lisa Pepez's Unlocking the Tarot. I actually hope to use my mass market light seers for that as my keyword deck. So I'm still learning the deck. I would say I'm probably 25 to 30% off book, which I think is pretty good actually for just starting this in January. So I'm pretty happy with that. And if I continue learning at the rate I'm going, I'm hoping to be like really off book by the end of the year. We'll see. I think that might be a hefty goal. Hi, Gordy. Hi, Gordy. Okay, go lay down. Okay, so daily location tools I use. When do I turn the cards for answers? I try not to do too many readings for myself. I really kind of struggle reading for myself, and learning the cards is easier for me to read for other people. So I do that most often. Usually when I pull for myself, I'm just confused. So in learning the cards, that's really difficult for me. So I try not to do it too often. I will do different spreads in like different books and card exercises. So far, I've read Melissa Sanova's Kitchen Table Tarot. That was the first one I read, and Barbara Moore's Your Tarot, Your Way. And I'm currently reading, like I said, Lisa Pepez's Unlocking the Tarot. What does a typical tarot reading look like with or for you? I mean, usually I just post a little graphic on Blue Sky and I'm like, hey, I'm doing readings right now, and I might get 10 to 15 people, and it might take me 2 or 3 days to get back to everyone. But that's generally what I do. I really enjoy right now. It's too hot. It's like 95 degrees today, but I enjoy sitting in my garden and pulling cards for people. Um, and yeah, that's what it looks like. So YouTube, tarottube, what kind of content is your favorite to post and watch? I really started with Lisa Pepez's channel, and I started on like WitchTube, and I'm not quite sure when tarottube kind of got introduced. But now like 90% of my algorithm is tarottube. It, for me, just seems like a much more welcoming, inclusive, and um, engaging community. Everyone kind of watches everyone else's channel. With WitchTube, I find that you kind of have these big name channels, and it's really hard to find other channels. And sometimes people will watch other WitchTubers and sometimes not. So I don't know. It's just a different vibe. TarotTube is really welcoming and inclusive, like I said, and everyone participates, and that's what kind of makes it so magical. Which is why I've been doing kind of tarottube stuff, although I'm kind of struggling with my channel identity right now. How did I get into creating a YouTube channel? Well, starting in like probably September or October of last year, I started watching a lot of WitchTube, and probably late November, early December is when I really got into tarottube. And when I started my channel, it was really going to be kind of like a learn with me witch tube kind of thing, as I'm a newish witch. And I kind of just wanted to document my journey and what I was doing. And lately, my witchy practice has really been like pivoted to tarot because I find it so fascinating and I really like divination and things like that. So that's what I've been focusing on. I haven't really been doing a whole lot of spell work or anything like that. It's just been tarot. And so I think my channel reflects that. As far as creating it, I don't know. It was kind of a whim. I was just like, I could do that. Spoiler alert, it's really freaking hard. It's really freaking hard. So, for all of you at home that are like, I could totally do that, you can, but it's a steep learning curve and it's really hard. Knowing what I know now about YouTube, tarottube, is there anything I would do differently? Not really. Like, I'm still trying to figure my stuff out, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. No, not a clue. I just like coming on here, watching all the tarot tubers and participating in the stuff and witch tubers. There's definitely some witchy channels I still like. Gordy! Okay, get away. Can't wait to see what that looks like as my camera moved. So yeah, I don't think there's anything I would do differently. Give me another year on here and we'll see if that answer changes. So anyway, this has been a video response to Coyote Tarot. I really loved doing it. It was super fun. There's some other tags floating around that I'm hoping on doing. It's really hard when you only have a few decks though, and you haven't really worked with them all that much. But I'm going to do them anyway because I just think it'll be fun. So please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you around here again. And this has been my introduction, I guess, to tarottube. Bye, guys. I don't know why this is so hard. Every single time I film, I have like a bajillion bloopers because I forget how to talk to a camera.